Tick, tick, boom, we in a room, cause let's talk about it with TNT. Tick, tick, boom, make the room shake, cause let's talk about it with TNT. Talk about it, talk about it.
Hey everyone, and welcome to an episode of Cuz Let's Talk About It with TNT. That's right, tick tick boom, baby. And you are tuned in to season 2, episode 6. Hey, Miss Tiffany Noel.
Hello, Miss Tracy Janelle.
How you doing?
Hey, girl, I am doing so fine. As people already know, that I am super excited for today's episode, as usual. And I
We
guess
love your energy.
okay, I appreciate it. I do just want to give a little. I don't really have no real updates except that I'm here ready to enjoy our guests. School has started. Like, I don't know what's going on in Georgia, but school starts so early. I'm so used to school starting in, like, say September, like around, is it Labor Day, Memorial Day, one of them days. Then school kind of starts right after that. So I was hoping that I had like 2-3 more weeks, but we're in it now.
It
So,
ain't like that.
the frustration with the kids and getting the schedules and making sure they're doing their homework, that is, it's an issue. But we're going to get it right. What about you, Miss Tracy Janelle? What's going on with you today?
Business is booming, which is a great thing, but it also means, me getting busy and having to stay very, very organized. So I'm working on that, y'all. I'm a work in progress with the organization. As I continue to take on more roles, it demands more of my time. So yeah. But I'm excited. These are the days I prayed for, so we're not gonna get mad when God give us what we want. Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
Okay. So now we done checked in with the check-in on us. Let's get ready, y'all, because we have a dynamic cousin duo joining us tonight. They're fun, full of energy, and always ready to bring the laughs, real conversations, and unforgettable vibes. Their brand new podcast, Sippin On N&J, is premiering soon, and trust us, you will want to tune in. After you talk to them tonight, you're going to want to watch them all the time. Okay? Yeah. Help us give a very warm, big TNT tick tick boom type welcome type stuff to your Sippin On N&J podcast host, Naj Jaz. Hey.
Hey, ladies, how are you?
Oh, we could be better. We could be better, but it's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day to be on Cuz Let's Talk About It.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, ladies. Y'all looking good. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, that's right. We like it when they come in and compliment the host. Listen.
Yes.
I was looking at both of you two ladies while y'all were sitting in the waiting room, while I'm trying to concentrate on starting the show. And I'm like, oh, they are so pretty.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Look, why you BS and I call them my pretties. So okay. I'm gonna just point out how I was. That's all I'm gonna say. She used the same word I used. Hey, pretty. They're my pretty.
Look, I gotta say it. Hey, friends. Hey, friends.
Ladies, I really want to start off the show. I always ask people, tell us a little bit about yourselves, but I really want to know a whole lot. So I'm gonna kind of put it in your court. I want to know where you all are from. Tell me, just a little bit about yourselves in general.
Your sound going in and out, sis.
I'm sorry. It might also be because I keep moving. I'm fidgety, so I'm gonna try to be still.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. There you go, sis. You good.
Okay. Well, I'm Naj, aka Juice, and I'm from Illinois. And I am a packaging clerk for a big sauce company out here. And I'm a mother first and foremost. I have a lip gloss business. I'm stepped back from it right now because I'm focusing on this, but I do have a lip gloss business, and I'm also a lash tech. So I enjoy doing that. and I'm about to get that going too. So, a mom on a mission. Yeah, on a
Yeah.
mission.
Yes, I love that.
Yes. So a little bit about myself. I'm also from Illinois. We relocated to Nevada in 2023, pursuing career options, out here. But I work in a field with individuals with special disabilities. It's a passion of mine. I initially started off as a CNA and a DSP before, upgrading into being a qualified intellectual professional on disabilities. Okay. So yes, a QIDP. I may have said that wrong, but yes, as a QIDP behind the scenes, I'm able to utilize my degree as well as giving care to those who are a part of the vulnerable community.
Hold on, friend. I think your sound is going in and out. I want to make sure the good people hear you because you all
Okay.
have an amazing story, and we want to make sure
Yeah.
you're heard.
Okay, so again, I am a QIDP. I started off as being a CNA and a DSP. I feel like that's the foundation of healthcare because it's hands-on. You're treating people how you want to be treated, how you want others to treat your family members. So I started off the foundation of healthcare and I graduated and now utilize my degree as a QIDP.
Beautiful. I love it. So I know that y'all said a lot, and that's awesome. So the couple of things kind of stick out to me. Okay. So, and you kind of touched on it because you said career opportunities, but I'm looking at Illinois, and obviously it depends on what part of Illinois, because Chicago be feeling like they're, an island. But then you
We're gonna say right outside of Chicago. I spent a couple years in Chicago growing up, but we moved out to the suburbs during middle school.
okay, that's cool because I'm a Chicago suburbanite myself, so ain't no shame in the game whatsoever. At all. But I was gonna say, the differences, Nevada, right? What
Right.
like is it a huge difference from where you all are from?
Yes, it is. Actually, I ended up here. I was supposed to be moving to Arizona, and I ended up moving to Arizona with my ex, my kid's father, and it didn't work out. Like,
Hmm.
funny story, but we had an apartment, and it did not turn out the way we thought it was supposed to be. So we tried to get our deposit back and all that, and they wouldn't let us. So luckily and blessed, his sister stayed here in Vegas, and so instead of us driving all the way back to Illinois, you can imagine smarter to just drive to Vegas, and we ended up here. So that's kind of how I ended up here. It's the honest truth. And how I ended up in Las Vegas is because of my fave right here. She was asking me to move to Las Vegas. I told her after I graduated, then I would consider the offer. She put a couple things in the fire for me, and I'm here in Las
Oh,
Vegas.
fire.
Yeah. And that
I
was
love
years.
that.
That was years of us conversating about it. Like, I just was talking to her about it. I'm like, it might be an opportunity out here for you, something, you might actually like. It takes a lot to leave home. So I understand, it's gonna take time, think
Hmm.
about it. But no pressure. It wasn't no pressure. But she knew I really me and her been through a lot. We've been through a lot. And we moved to Pennsylvania together. Like we've been through a lot in our young days. So she's really like my sister. She's my sister. She's not my cousin. She's my sister. We're blood cousins, blessed. But that's my sister. Like we've been through some things. So and we had some fun. We had a lot of fun too in our life. And life happens. I had kids and stuff, and I started to have figure it out. She was still living her life, doing her thing. As she should have. So
Exactly.
but we came back together. In the way that the good Lord wanted us to. So. But yeah, it's been a good
Oh,
journey with her, and so it means a lot for us to be doing something like this together.
I
Absolutely.
hear that. So one
I
thing
love
that
that.
Yeah, sis.
One thing that I definitely heard from basically your explanations about really your moves really across country is that family, having support, having your people around you, and having a support system is very
Yeah.
is pertinent to survival.
Well,
Can you
yeah,
tell me a little bit
absolutely.
about how you feel about that? How did that affect you?
Just family support. Is that what
Yeah,
you're referring to?
family
Yes, okay.
support. Even if
Yeah.
it's not family, friends, you know what I mean? I know you guys are in like a whole different state. So You
Yeah,
know,
so
I have a
yeah,
lot of experience moving out of
talking
state
about
with
Yeah,
nobody.
we were.
yeah, yeah, we were just
Go
talking
ahead.
about this. Yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So basically, we were just talking about this, and I was telling her like how important it is to have people because we're homebodies. Like we really don't do nothing. We're at
Mm-hmm.
home all the time, so we're really not around a lot of people. You know, she meets more people than I do, honestly, because like I said, I got kids, so I'm getting people from school to school. You know, working. So she meets a couple more people more than me, but we really don't be out in Vegas like Vegas is. Like we really can be out here, but no, we don't do that. So,
Okay.
it's important to have family and people that's close to you that understand you because I'm the type of person where like, I don't trust very easily. So yeah, you cool, you associate, but I got to be able to trust you, and I really can't trust many people nowadays. Like
Mhm.
people are really crazy. So
Hmm.
it's very important to have family and close friends, just people you can really break down to and talk to, and like we both lost parents, so we were able to connect again in another way, with grieving and stuff. So, it's very important to have that relationship more than just relationship, like a soulship.
Right.
Right,
And
exactly.
Oh,
support
I
is
love that
definitely,
so much. A soul
Yeah,
shift. Listen.
yeah.
yeah.
Like literally, we say things at the same time. Sometimes you think we twins. That's just
So insane.
yeah,
But yeah, support it looks different for a lot of different people. So when I was in Illinois, I was the person everyone ran to. I had it like that. I was working, I had the time, but being out here in Las Vegas, so far away from my immediate family, the support does look different. That's why, like cousin said, we have to depend on each other. We have to lean on one another because people out here in Vegas, yeah, they migrate towards Vegas, but
yeah,
Vegas is different. We know the mentality of Illinois. We don't know the mentality out here of these Vegas people. And no shade, no tea, but it's just not the same. So the
Hmm.
support out here, you have to depend on family. If you have family out here, and I do, so I depend on my cousin.
There you
yeah.
go.
Yes.
I like that.
Uh-huh.
People mindsets
Yes.
are totally different. Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say you can see the camaraderie, like even through the screen. I know y'all
Yeah,
in like real life, real time type stuff, but you can
Yeah.
right.
also see it like from afar. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
even the way Naj turned to you and said, "Do you want me to answer?" Just the consideration in the moment. You
yeah,
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
yeah.
I love that your
And you
relationship
caught
is.
that. I didn't even think you was gonna catch that.
Listen, I can't make this up. I can't make it up.
Yeah. Hey, we
Okay.
know it's there.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
tell you that it shows your relationship and love for each other truly shines through.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
fake, no fake, no
But now
fake.
we about to
Right.
have a little extra fun with y'all. We like to have our guests run through these topics with us, these segments, right?
Okay.
And so we got to get it popping with one of a fan favorite, right, Tiff? Like we get a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
feedback from this one. It's called
Yes.
Hood Tales from Work, signed anonymous.
Let's
I'm
get
gonna
it.
Okay.
read you the letter that we got today, and then you ladies will tell us what you think. Okay? There is no wrong answer. It's all about what you think, and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay. Okay. Let's
All
talk
right, here we
about
go. So they named it when irrelevant tasks take up most of your time. I was
it.
working as an intern at a nonprofit company where operations and purpose were a bit shady. The owner, the former politician, usually sat in his office, which only had a small glass window looking into an area where we were working.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, he asked me to create a list of investor companies in the United Arab Emirates, excuse me, and find a few economic problems that Siberia facing, and then could call Siberia embassy to arrange a meeting with their financial director. I did everything he asked, wondering what was this all about. When the financial director agreed to come and meet him, he told me it was his plan. I was supposed to listen in on the meeting, and each time he mentioned Siberia, I would hold cards with the economic issues that I had found in front of his office window so he could appear to be knowledgeable to the director. When he
Mm-hmm.
mentioned something I had already done, I had to Google it on the spot and write a new card and hold it up like the others. I feel this is an utter waste of my time. My expertise and background say that I should have been entrusted to do way more. I got out of this situation quickly because I know my worth. Okay, clock it. So,
Okay.
what do you ladies think about this?
Okay, so tell me again what the question was. I heard the body of the story
Oh,
that you
yeah,
told. So what
sure.
was the
So
question?
basically, this story is centered around an employer having an employee do some what they feel is tedious tasks, not proficient to what their background is and credentials should have
Mhm,
afforded them to be doing in that role. So just had them
mhm,
holding up cue cards type stuff,
right,
and when you
mhm.
got masters and degrees and things like this, and
Well,
somebody
yeah, that's
asking
not
you,
good.
just breaking you down to something so remedial, So yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
that's what it's about. What you thinking, girly?
Okay, so what I think is, it depends on what her job description says. You can go in a work field and you can go into a position well qualified, overqualified. But if it's not in your job description, then you're really not getting paid for that. Or, you know, yeah, you're just really not getting paid for that. So if it's in your job description, she should be doing the cue cards or however, it's worded in her job description how she needs to help her supervisor. But if it's not in her job description, I would kind of toss it up whether or not it's a tedious task or a waste of time, because if it's helping the company, be productive and for her to continue to have a paycheck, then she, kind of have to bite the bullet on that
Interesting.
one.
Okay, Naj, what
Mhm.
you thinking?
Okay, my opinion is, even though it may not be her job description, I'm sorry, I forgot to go her name, but I feel like it maybe they're testing her, to see if she has the willpower to go through something that she feels is not worth it to get where she want to go. So basically, it could be like a little step, towards the top, you know, because like I kind of going to piggyback off what she said. Like if it's benefiting the company, then it's never too good. Now I see if they got you doing something just like mopping floors or something like that. That's different. But if you're still looking up things and figuring out things and getting answers for him, then maybe they're testing you. Sometimes you gotta look at it both ways. If it's worth it, or maybe you're being tested, and then do what you got to do. Then see what the results are.
Right.
If they're gonna still treat you the same way, or if they're gonna be like, okay, this was a test, and you be like, oh, I thought so. Now what?
Yeah. For me, I think you ladies are right. It's about being humble. I
Right.
get
That's
it
the
when you
word.
have a certain background, but it's called paying dues, ladies and gents. It's called
Mhm,
paying dues.
mhm.
And sometimes you got
Absolutely.
to do some things you don't want to do to lay the
Mhm.
foundation for things that you do want to
Exactly.
do.
Absolutely.
As Jazz said,
Absolutely.
you getting paid. You on the
Yeah.
people clock.
Yeah.
Okay, how
Yeah.
many you do what people told you to do? You know what I'm
Exactly.
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
So
Exactly.
I
Definitely.
absolutely agree with you, ladies. This
Mhm.
was a hard hood sale for me because almost always we jump on them bosses, we get on them real bad. But
Yeah.
this time we gonna have to say, girl, you could did your job.
Right.
What do you
Right.
think,
Their favorite saying is, "That's not in my pay grade."
Tim?
Yeah.
Right.
Man, y'all made me feel like the biggest brat in the world because listen, it's not in writing that this is my job. I'm not holding the cards. Let me just give you an example, okay? I was working at this place. I don't even know. Okay, I had so many jobs. I was selling glasses, okay? I was
Uh-huh.
and to sell these glasses, obviously, we had this conversation in one of the other podcasts where you got to dress to impress when you go to work. Whatever they say, you got to
Absolutely.
come in as. You come in as.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
first of all, these people at my job know me. And again, I'm not saying I'm a brat, but I'm definitely gonna be burning up, and eventually, I'm gonna have to say whatever is on my heart so that y'all know where I stand, right? So
Right.
my manager at the moment, I'm his assistant manager. My manager goes and does a bank run or something. And while he's on the bank run, he's on like this manager call, right? And manager
Mhm.
call, they talk about updates, blah, 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 blah. He comes back and tells us what the new you dig is, right? So then he was like, oh yeah, so Tiff. He says Tiff. So yeah, they're saying, business isn't as busy as we should be. So, that sign that we have in the back, they want us to take 20-minute turns and go stand on the curb to start having. And I said, what? I said, I don't get
Yeah.
paid for that. I didn't sign nothing
Mhm.
that said that needs to happen. And unfortunately, you're gonna have to go and tell your boss that I said I'm not doing it, unless
Right.
you want me to tell them.
I mean, that's understandable, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so yeah,
Yeah.
it helps the business. Eventually, it would help me because more people that come to the store, my commissions get higher. But no, I'm not saying that paying dues. I don't care. I'm not paying those dues. That's disrespectful. Hire somebody
Yeah.
specific.
You feel disrespectful.
Go
I
hold up those
definitely
people.
understand that.
Go hire somebody else that doesn't have
Don't do that.
the
Yeah,
things
get
that
somebody
I
else,
have.
get
The
somebody
people
else
that
to
are
do it.
qualified
Yeah,
to hold stuff up, let them hold it up. I'm qualified for other things.
yeah, yeah, really. Yeah. And I guess that's
I
how I think
so
with
knew
doing
this
your
was
work
gonna
as
be your
well.
answer, Tiffany, just because
No,
I know
no.
your
Yeah,
personality.
yeah. Yeah. See, Tiffany says she knows her worth, okay?
That's what she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, yeah, she clearly stands with the former employee because old girl got up out of there. Sound like so, yeah. But
Right,
anywho,
right.
now I get to ask some questions. I'm so excited.
Okay.
Okay, so you ladies alluded a little bit about your backgrounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell me how being a mom has shaped you.
Oh wow. Um, First and foremost, it's the biggest blessing in my life. Like to to be honest, when I was a kid, I always said I don't want to have kids. I'm scared. I'm scared. But afterwards, it changed me. It changed my whole mindset of life. It gave me something to live for. Give me some motivation to get up
Oh,
every day.
wow.
It's hard sometimes. It really is. Sometimes you just want a little peace sometimes. But you got to sacrifice that, and they come first because at the end of the day, the Lord blessed me with them. I'm blessed that they're never really sick. We don't have no issue with them. They're smart. They have
Mhm.
great mindset. So I am truly
Hmm.
blessed, and everything I do, and the reason I'm here is for them. Even to the fact that when I lost my mom, I always say if I didn't have my kids, I, I don't know what I would have did. I don't know where I would be. And that's the honest truth. So they're here for a reason. And my oldest two, they look just like my mom. So I know for a fact that I was meant to be a mother. I worked in the nursery as a child at church. Like I used to
Oh,
love babies. I used to
Mhm.
love babies.
oh,
Mhm.
And
that's
so
so cool.
yeah, yeah, I literally loved it. So I was meant to be a mom.
Mhm.
That's it. And fun fact, I had my kids, one natural, one epidural, and I had my induced with my daughter. So I've had them three different ways besides a C-section. So I was
Wow.
even able to experience birth in different ways. And one of my babies is a Christmas Eve baby. So and he's the one I had naturally. So I just experienced different things with them, and I still experience different things with them. And
Mhm.
like I said, they motivate me to get up every day and do something. Because I got to keep showing them. I got to show up for them and show them an example of life, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've shaped me into everything I am today.
Mhm.
Today.
Wow.
Good
Oh,
deal.
you the
Yeah, I had to keep
bomb.com,
myself from
girl.
choking up a little bit. Sorry.
No, you did very well, and I just first of all, being a person that does not have both her parents, and I just want to
Yeah,
say how
yeah,
dope you are for being able to use your grief in a way that honors your mom rather than
yeah,
disrespects what she taught you. It's
yeah,
so
right.
easy to fall into the I'm a crash out, I lost, this,
Yeah,
I lost
Mhm.
that, and this
yeah,
dynamic person and this foundation for me. But you took that and you used it in a positive way to not only
yeah.
save yourself, but to leave a legacy for your
Mhm,
children. And I just think that's
Mhm.
so amazing. Like that is really
yeah.
cool. That is really cool.
Mhm. Okay. Mhm.
And
Jasmine,
you saying save hit hard. It hit me hard because I do feel like they, they saved my life because there's many a times when I had to kind of leave certain situations or relationships because of the image it would have put on my kids. And
hmm
that comes back to the worth. Like as a woman, you got to know your worth, and you got to know when to step away because you have to set an example. I have a daughter. She has to know that what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right, and I gotta walk by that too.
Mhm.
So yeah, when it comes, yeah, they saved me for sure
Mhm.
because I would have
absolutely.
crashed out a
Yes.
lot of times, but
Yeah.
Now, Jasmine, you talked a little bit about your family dynamic here in Illinois, and pretty much, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but you put your team on your back. And I mean, literally, in some instances that I know of myself, you put your team on your back. Tell me where your inner strength comes from.
Well, okay, so when I was younger, I always used to say that things will get better. I didn't have the best childhood, but obviously I grew up to be an extraordinary woman. But along my journey of growing, like I said, my foundation in healthcare was as a CNA and as a DSP. When I got my DSP job, for one, it was one of my favorite jobs because it was hands-on, integrating the individuals into the community. It was oodles of fun. But I met this woman along the way. I One of my individuals was dating her individual. He wanted to take her to church or just take her out to eat, one or the other. He did both. But I went to that person's house, the individual's house. The staff that answered the door was none other than your girl Tracy. She answered the door and she just greeted me, with such love and just respect and the mutual respect for the individual. So that's how, during my young adult years, my 20s, that's when I really became, the woman that I am today, just stepping into my purpose. And if it wasn't for my friend Tracy, and along with other people, like my cousin has been around since we were kids. Like I said, my childhood wasn't the best, but I used to get on that train, go to Joliet, and go visit my cousin. We used to have the most fun. I used to be able to escape with my cousin. She used to always encourage me from, like I said, a child. But in my 20s, my friend Tracy Janelle, she just encouraged me and just reminded me to keep on going and to keep shining my light in different things that are detrimental to my life. Get away from those things. Yeah. And so with that strength and knowing when to walk away, that aided to the inner strength outside of who God called me to be, which is an advocate
Oh.
and just a person that speak life over people. So along the way I've had praying women at church, praying over me. I had different leaders at church, even my mom, she was able to, step away from a not so healthy relationship, not so healthy marriage. And that also gave me the strength to walk away from different relationships that didn't serve me no purpose. So yeah,
Mm.
just me helping people, me being able to help people, advocate for people, and the strong woman along the way that was encouraging me and praying over me. That's what ignited that inner strength.
Oh,
Love it.
girl, if I lose these lashes, I'm coming through this screen on you. I ain't gonna even hold you, friend.
Yes,
That is so authentically correct. Our mutual
yes,
love and respect for the individuals that we were caring for is what
yes,
bonded us initially. She didn't know me.
yes,
I didn't know her from a can of paint. We were just two people going hard in the paint for the
yes,
individuals that we were serving. And we like, wait a minute, you care for real, for real? And she like,
yes,
yeah, for real, for real.
right,
And it was really just that. Like, because in
right,
this field, you have so many people that do just show up for a paycheck or, really don't get emotionally invested in a job. And we just both had that
mhm,
ideology that you cannot mechanically do this job. You're
right,
going to have to
right,
bring your heart. They require that. So that
right.
was the first glimpse of
Yes.
Jasmine's heart that I saw. And I was like, that's a pretty good
Oh,
heart right there. I need to be around that light, and not only be around it, but I need to nurture that light. I need to protect that
I'm a
light.
hugger for you. I'm a hugger for you, Tracy. I'm a
Thank you. You already know I want to, but I just know just
I'm a
how
girl all
dynamic.
all that.
oh my goodness.
Girl,
I love
listen.
you, girl. I love you. You just an inspiration to us all. So we are
Yes,
just so honored to be here, just to
yes,
tell our story, to include you in our story because you've inspired us to start our podcast. You like I said, from the day you met me, you inspired me to keep on
yeah,
shining. Do not let people dim my light. I'm getting choked on myself.
Tiffany,
You
they about to take my lashes, sis. They about to take my
oh,
lashes. Take the wheel.
yeah.
Take the wheel. They too sweet
y'all
for
wanna
TV.
get high.
Yup, they too sweet for TV. Go on the segment too, Tiffany. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. Actually, Before we go, do I wait? Segment 2? Hold on, let me see something. I got you though. Y'all, can I just tell y'all, I was sitting back watching y'all being all lovey-dovey and whatnot. My sis, no, I was like, I know she's not about to cry right now. But look, I love
we love Tracy so much. We love Tracy.
Jasmine catches me often. She'll make a tough chick cry in a minute. I'm trying to tell you.
We love the both of you, Miss Tiffany and Noel. You are amazing as well.
Yeah.
We watch all of you guys' shows.
Y'all are amazing. All right, so I guess we'll go. Wait, no, Trace, you asked all your questions that you wanted to.
I can ask one more. I get one more.
Go ahead, ask one more. Go ahead.
Okay. So I want to know. Let's shift our attention to this podcast, right? Because I'm super excited that it is coming our way. Tell us the inspiration behind Sippin On N&J. I'm in love with the name. First of all, I got to tell y'all.
Oh, wait. Okay, your question. Right. Okay. So before we answer y'all question, where do you feel like the name Sippin On N&J came from?
If I'm being young and honest, I was like, they love them some E&J. Like me. I grew up drinking a little E&J. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But that's close, Miss Tiffany.
Okay, I had to be honest. I was like,
no worries. You warm.
Look, this is Sippin On N&J. Yeah. With the E&J. It's fun.
Right. Okay, Miss Tiffany, what you thinking?
I'm not gonna lie, it was the exact same thing. Sipping on. I was like, oh yeah,
Alky's low key Tiffany. Give it Alky.
Still laid back girls. I'm trying to make it sound better.
So we're gonna get it's a song, an old school song.
Yeah.
Sippin' on
our mind on the money and the money on our mind.
Yeah. We don't want to be copyright, but you know what we mean.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what inspired our name, but just the message behind it.
Take a shot before you start the day.
I mean, that's a good idea, but
it's not necessarily just the act is, you can drink the tea, it's the coffee, it's the drink water. It's just, because when we're conversating, we always sipping. Like literally, we both have our cups right now. we're always sipping. So we was like, why not? Well, backtrack. We're always conversating. We're always talking about things. We're always laughing, and I always say we should be recording this. Like people love to hear this. Like this stuff we come up with off the dome. Tracy, you already know, us personally, so we're naturally funny. Like we literally just be talking out of our neck. So so that's where that came from. And then, we thought, okay, so we keep saying we need to record this.
So why not record? So we came up with Sippin' On N&J. I mean, I said N&J. Yeah, it's Sippin' On N&J, where tea is always on the menu. Whenever we're on camera, our episodes, we're always going to have a drink. We're going to talk about real conversations, getting to know us, getting to know our viewers. So that's just really what's behind it. It's a sisterhood. The different places we're going to be, we're going to eat. We're going to be at different activities. During the summertime, we're not going to be doing any activities because it's too hot out here in Las Vegas. But, towards the fall, winter, we will definitely be doing activities just to, like I said, open up conversation and a sisterhood and a safe space for women to conversate.
Yeah.
And okay. And the chat going crazy for y'all. We got a couple people. We got Miss Katrina. She loves the show. She don't miss the episode. Miss Katrina is commenting M22. She said, Naj and Jaz, that's right. Keep shining. Let nothing dim your light. I know that's right. Y'all just did that. I miss y'all. That's Miss Griffin. All right, Miss
Griffin. Thank you.
Yes, you found her. She said, I found y'all podcast. Girl, you did.
Yes.
Did an introduction video. So, whoever wants to pop in on our YouTube channel and watch our introduction video. Get to know us a little bit. We break us down a little bit more than we did on here, and yeah, so
Just come along our
we
journey.
finally did it. We finally did it.
I actually watched it and it was amazing. First of all, it was funny. I
Was it?
absolutely giggled a lot. I'm like, they so silly. And then it was like real. That's the word I want to
Yeah,
use. It was
I
very
said the
real.
same thing.
it's real and raw.
So we was a little, we was getting into the groove, the camera and everything, and then towards the end, it's kind of like we just fell into ourselves, and we kind of just was talking about, everything. So
Yes.
I'm glad you said that. So you
And
covered it, yeah.
that's what me and Tiffany, we learned, I think season one, if we could give a little advice, right? We were so busy trying to have a perfect show and everything under the sun was going wrong when you try to do it perfect.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
It
Think
was
about everything
audio
going
issues,
wrong.
visuals, you name it, it went wrong. So I think
yep,
what you guys did at the end, just being yourselves and letting the moments come where they came, it
yeah,
made it wonderful. People will
yeah,
adapt to that. So that,
yeah.
yeah,
Y'all be
yeah,
honest. We need all the honesty. We need all the honesty.
Hmm.
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, we just like to, like you said, just be another positive entity that's online. We always scrolling through our phones. We live on social media, so might as well be a positive entity within that realm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ashley agrees. She said, "Yes, I will rotate right up on over there." Laugh out loud.
Hey
Y'all got a
guys.
new subscriber right there, okay?
Thank you.
Yes.
All
And in
right,
due time,
so
we'll explain what's in our cup too.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Well, it's water right now.
On the show.
so ladies, I have like y'all kind of because I do be paying attention to the conversation that we have, obviously. So our next segment is going to be an agree or disagree. Okay.
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 And usually what we do usually is we'll have a question, right? But this time I actually have a video, and it was very hard for me to formulate a question. So I want us to watch the video, and probably the question is probably obvious based on what this gentleman is saying. All right. So let me let me show it to you guys real quick. What, you want to see a comment? What you looking at? Let me see. You looking for somebody?
Just making it bigger.
Oh, okay. All right.
Really, do you see my glasses?
Here we go. Share this screen. And we're going to do... I came across on Facebook, he just be popping up. People pop up. And so, can you guys see this yet? Not yet. Hold on, let me switch back over.
Not yet.
I always be...
All right, it's loading.
All right, perfect. All right, here we go. Hopefully we can hear it all the way. All right.
Grand. They just parents who survive long enough to get a new Some grandparents ain't grand. They just parents who survived long enough to get a new title. Yeah, I said it. And now they mad because the children that they traumatized grew up, had children of their own and said, "You will not do to my kids what you did to me." Dysfunctional parents think becoming grandparents give you a clean record. It don't. You don't get to skip accountability with me and demand access to my children because I remember you. I remember having to read your face before I could relax. I remember the yelling. I remember the guilt trips, the silent treatment, the favoritism, the secrets. I remember being called disrespectful every time I told the truth about what was happening to me. So no, I'm not keeping the grandbabies away. I'm keeping the dysfunction away from the grandbabies. And that's why cycle breakers become the villain. Because once you put boundaries around your children, the family can't use, "That's still your mama, that's still your dad," or "Those kids need their grandparents," to manipulate you no more. Now, my children need safe adults, and blood don't make you safe. And becoming a grandparent doesn't magically turn an abusive parent into a healthy person. Here's the part nobody want to talk about. Sometimes watching your parents be gentle with your children hurts worse than watching them be toxic, because now you see they was capable of patience, capable of affection, capable of apologize, capable of softness. They just didn't give it to you. And now they want to use your children as a second chance to rewrite the story without apologizing to the first child they broke. Nah, my children are not your redemption arc. They are not your emotional support. They are not proof that this family is healed and will not be sacrificed just to keep an old person comfortable. Cycle breaking ain't always about forgiving the people who hurt you. Sometimes cycle breaking is looking at your children, remembering what you survived, and making sure the people who gave you those wounds never get close enough to hand them down. Some grandparents ain't grand.
All right.
They just parents who survive long enough to get a
That was heavy,
So
Tiff.
that was so heavy. That was so heavy. And I should have
was
gave a
heavy.
trigger warning. Yeah, because
Yeah, I'm good. Low key glad you didn't send me that one. That was a little heavy there.
that was heavy. That was heavy.
Yeah.
And somebody brought it to my attention. So I guess sort of the I guess the sentiment from this person was grandparents. Do they have the right? They have the right to a do-over with the children, with the grandchildren. So that's kind of where my question was a little bit. So we gonna start with you, Naj, because I see you shaking your head crazy. What's going on? What are your thoughts?
I agree with him 100%.
Okay.
100%. When it goes to the first version of the parents who kind of treat you like trash, and you know they just don't understand the love and your love language. I feel like me being a mother, I have to learn my kids' love language. They love in different ways. So if you don't make that effort as being a parent in general, like it's just no excuse for me. I mean, honestly, that's just my honest opinion. And the other way, that does hurt probably a lot more because you see that they were capable. Because some people are just mean, they just evil. That's just their soul, and they don't change. But to see your parent do something that you ached for so long, I understand the hurt. I understand it. I've been through a lot of things with being an introvert and not expressing myself and saying how I feel. And I've been treated certain ways because I never stood 10 toes down. In other words, so yeah, I agree. Totally agree with both sides.
Okay, so my um thoughts on that video. I know males are males and females are equipped differently. So him being a black male, obviously, with him having children and his parents treating the kids a certain way, well, treating him a certain way and treating his kids better, that's going to affect the man more than it is going to affect the woman because a man is not really able to express himself like he should be able to express himself. No, there's not a lot of safe places for men to talk about things like that hurts them internally. So they grow up with these, with the weight on their shoulders, and they grow up with this unresolved trauma that that resonates when they see different things like that. Their parents treating the kids better. Like he said, it probably would have been a lot better for the grandparents to treat the child the same way he was treated, because that would, okay, you're a real person. That's just who you are. Like you said, you would just have
to accept.
it's easier to accept because you just have an evil soul. But to see that they're capable to do so much better, I feel like it hurts a male worse than it hurts a woman. And I can only speak from being an aunt since I'm not a mother, and I can only speak from what I see within my own family and the different unresolved traumas that come from, you know, toxic parenting.
They say you are a daughter, so
Exactly.
you were a child too at one point, so you can relate that way.
Yeah, I can relate to the mother standpoint because I passed the age that my mom was having children. She had me when she was 18 years old. I passed that age. I passed the age where she's had her last child. So I know certain things in life, comes up, and depending on your own upbringing, depending on how you really, handle different things in life. So with that being said, like I said, a man and a woman, they handle that stressor differently. And I would prefer to probably keep my children away from the grandparents because you're not gonna have the opportunity to do like you did to me or even do better because it's just no, it's a toxic, issue that was unresolved, and I'm not gonna allow that to be around my children.
Yeah.
And can I say one more thing too?
Of course.
Piggybacking off Jazz, it kind of could be a vindictive thing too because who's to say they're not being nice to your child just to you? So you still got to know the boundaries, and
Mhm.
and it's scary, but honestly, you don't know why they're doing it. So it's just kind of,
Just best to keep
it's hard, that's your parents, but at the end of the day, if they're hurting you and hurting your children, then they're no good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
it.
Mm.
So okay, so you all have touched on both the things that I was kind of weighing back and forth with.
Mhm.
Had this been 5 to 10 years ago, my answer would have been hell no,
Uh,
disagree, no, no, no. I ain't messing
right.
with it whatsoever.
Mhm.
Now, I'm a bit older now. I am, at
Mhm.
peace with where I am right now, although I'm always trying to do better and get better, right? And
Yeah.
lately, I have been literally looking back. I'm like, damn, my parents were younger than what I am right now dealing with a
Mhm.
certain situation. My parents
Mhm.
were, we were this age, and I know I'd go crazy. Like, like certain things
Yeah.
that are
Mhm.
going in my head, and then also it's a lot of mental gymnastics that I know that I do to try to, like, I get in trouble for giving people excuses, right? Because, and the
Mhm.
reason why I give people excuses is because I don't want to get angry, because I know when I get angry,
Mhm. We
it
know about
goes
that.
to a point where I can't really return, and I'm just cutting you off, which my sis Tracy knows
Mhm.
very well how quickly I
Mhm.
got the machete,
We
right?
we we sisters for real, yeah. Say
Right.
less, too. Yeah.
I want to ask you
It's
this
done,
thing.
right? So
Yeah.
my whole thing is, I know that it's supposed to be agree or disagree. We not fence riders, whatever, Tracy. But I really do feel as though it definitely depends on your maturity and where your brain could be, and also controlling the environments. Because bottom line, you're the parent, right? Nothing's gonna go without you saying so. At least that's the way it should be, right? And so you
Mhm.
control it, and not to give out, because I really was trying to avoid like personal, but there
Yeah.
are
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
people in my life that I do will not leave my
Mhm.
children, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's not because I don't love them. It's not because, but I don't trust the decisions that you are going to make based on your
Yeah,
relationship
Mhm.
that you have with
yeah,
me, and
Yeah.
that's so.
yeah.
I don't
I
know if
agree
I
with that.
answered my question. I agree, but I also know that there is something in there where if you can do the mental, what they say, mental gymnastics, if you can somehow come to terms with exactly what your issue was and then control it. Because I do also think that grandparents are definitely a very important part of a child's life. If they are blessed enough to have the grandparent in their life, they should. And whether it's
Mhm.
for a good example or bad example, I feel like all family members, people that are around you, are examples, whether it be for good or for bad. And to
Mhm.
rip all those examples out of somebody's life is not healthy. As much as they are unhealthy, I think that it's unhealthy to rip them out as well. But
No,
that's
that's yeah,
Wow.
I agree.
Yeah, you said agree or
Tiffany gave
disagree,
that
so I
little
didn't know what the
disclaimer.
gray
Oh, go ahead.
area
Yeah.
wait, what did you say?
was. I said you said agree or disagree, so I didn't know it was a gray area because when I was talking, I
It
was
ain't
gonna
no
get
gray
to
area.
like
I just made one. My bad.
I was like
And I'm,
boundaries.
I'm gonna give you
Maybe
the
y'all
little
can.
back, the little precursor, Naj, to that. So she gave that little disclaimer in the beginning because normally she know I tell her pick a lane. It
Yeah.
ain't agree,
Yeah.
agree, disagree, yeah. But
That's why I was
but
like, I just agree.
this is one of those rare occasions because something can be
Yeah,
two things can be true at once, right? And
because
I get
I
y'all in
totally
that
agree with
middle.
her. Yeah,
I
Mhm.
get
I
y'all
totally
in the
agree with
middle.
her.
But for me, so normally I'm like, if someone is healing or in the process of healing, let them. That is my ideology, right?
Mhm.
Given my profession and background and what I know of human behavior, right? But
Mhm.
as a mother, you
Yeah,
ain't gonna test your recovery out on mine.
Period.
yeah,
You will not be testing your recovery out on mine. I'm sorry,
yeah,
because the stakes are just too high. The
yeah.
damage that
Mhm.
can be done is just too irreparable in so many
Mhm.
situations. So no, we ain't gonna play that game. I'm sorry. If you are healed, go be good for the next one.
Yes,
Go show what
Yeah.
you learned
Yeah.
to the next set. You
yes.
know what I'm saying? But
Uh-huh.
as far as me as a mom, I cannot take that risk and play Russian roulette with my babies. I
Period.
just can't.
Mhm.
And they 24 and 25 at this juncture, and I still feel the same way.
Yeah, right.
We not gonna touch the recovery on mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You guys both make valid points. Absolutely. Like what Tiffany was saying, I guess it definitely depends on your maturity level because everyone, women have children at different ages, meaning that they're at different maturity levels. So I guess it really
Mhm.
depends on what time, what age, and what maturity level that you have your child, and whether or not the grandparents, your parents, have made the steps into being a better person.
Yeah, I
And I
agree.
feel like it's
Tiffany
kind of
said that
like
good point in there. She did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tiffany do something there that was worth
yep,
thinking
She
about.
did.
yep.
She came with that receipt for us. Okay, Tiff.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we gonna let you ride the fence this one time, but don't try that crap next week. Don't try it next week.
All right, all right. Uh-oh. All right, so dang, it's my turn to ask some questions. This is gonna be one of so first of all, don't let it fool you. I know I'm a little light in the way, but I love eating. Like when I tell you I love eating,
Like, mm,
I love eating. But anyway,
yeah,
so when I
yeah.
saw that your podcast is gonna be about eating, like I saw okay, let me just back up. Let me back up. Let me not say that.
Mhm.
I saw a short, and y'all had some corn, and it looked like a crab boil, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so I will just say that when I do show up in Nevada, I expect
Mhm.
to be right at the table with y'all. Okay, so
Oh,
that's
absolutely. It will be an honor to have you as a guest. Okay.
And
okay.
seafood is my favorite food. Remember that.
Okay.
Come on, honey.
So that being said, okay. So in a crash, so I discovered a couple of. I shouldn't even say discover because I sound like Christopher Columbus, but I have come across
Air Lisa.
some seafood boil stuff. So I've been going crazy on some seafood boils, probably like the last
Yeah.
10 years. You know, we got these. I don't even want to name the different stores just yet, unless they want to sponsor something. But I've been on all
I
these.
know that's nice.
Manifest it.
There you
Uh-huh.
go. And one of the things, so I discovered green mussels or something like that. Have y'all heard of green mussels? So you
Yeah.
know, I think they're the little black ones, and then the green ones were like
Mhm.
a little bit bigger. It's not really green. I don't know what color, gray green, whatever. But they are
Yeah.
so big and
Yes.
so juicy and so good. And I don't even be caring about the little black mussels no more, right?
He said she gonna change.
Tell me, what is your favorite? Like, what are the favorites that y'all like to put in your seafood boils? Y'all like them spicy? Y'all like them like what is it? Tell me what it is that y'all like in there.
I'm open to the house sauce. When we went to Pier 88, their house sauce was chef's kiss, okay? And I could put that on
Okay.
anything,
On everything.
you
He said,
know.
"Oh, everything."
So yeah, I would definitely
On everything.
which I did, okay. But yeah, the Pier 88 sauce, I'm open to trying the house sauce, and I like it a little spicy, a little spicy.
What you like in it?
Well, what I like in my seafood boils, okay, I like me some corn. I love me.
Love me some corn.
I love the juicy corn. Okay, I can pass on the potatoes. They're hit or miss. Definitely the shrimp. What else do I? Was it in it?
Crab legs.
Obviously the crab legs.
Got to have crab legs.
Got to have the crab
Got
legs,
to,
and
got to.
that I can eat just that in a crab boil. But
Eggs. You said eggs?
the egg,
The eggs. Boiled eggs.
the eggs are good too. So absolutely, the whole bag. Just give it to me.
Okay.
Knock it off.
Yeah.
Well, I like all that plus sausage. I do like the mussels. I don't know if I've tried green mussels before, but I would be open to. And I like the potatoes. I love the potatoes. That's probably the way I'd rather eat potatoes than the in the
Okay.
crab boil because it's good. And I'm a basic girl. I like regular butter, but the Pierre 88 sauce, which I put her on it, so she know I love it. I love it. So it's both of our favorites.
Right.
I'm not really the spice kind of turns off the food a little bit for me because I like to taste the crab. I like to taste everything. So I don't like too much
Mhm.
spice, not in my seafood, but I do love hot sauce on stuff.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's on your burrito.
On my burrito.
That's great.
That was natural.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. So my next question is, how do you decide what places you're gonna go visit? What decides that? Is it word of mouth? Is it you just heard saw something on
TikTok.
TikTok?
So
I
yeah,
knew
we
it.
do
TikTok.
TikTok, and really just driving around. So I moved to the part of the city where she's at, which there's tons of different restaurants. You driving down a certain street, a certain main street, you have a restaurant on the left and right side. So you just take your pick.
Yep.
Okay,
So
okay.
whatever we feeling.
But I share a lot of restaurants with her because I'm usually the one that's scrolling on TikTok a lot. So I'm at work. I work in the office, so I'm sitting there waiting for my next email or waiting for my next thing to print. Whatever I do. So I have a lot like a little sitting time. So I'm always scrolling. I got my earphones in, so I'm scrolling. I'm looking at video. I like to cook too. So I like to look up recipes and stuff like that. So we're gonna be cooking too. We're gonna be doing like food challenges and stuff where
There
we're
we
gonna
go.
challenge each other to make who can make the best this or that, or just you make this and I make this and let's watch, stuff like that. So it's gonna be cooking too, but for sure the restaurants is we share each other back and forth, and then we just pick one what we want to do Chinese, what we want to do pizza, what we want to do,
Yeah, exactly.
and we
There
just
we
go.
Do
go.
we want to ball on the budget today? Do we want to ball out today? So those things also play a factor.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
important. Very.
Yes.
I
I
love
love
it.
that.
The top restaurants that are on the list are different restaurants that have signature drinks. Because obviously we're
Nice.
always sipping.
Yep.
So might as well get one of these signature drinks to sip on while we eat
Yep.
a delicious meal.
Yep.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna move on to this next segment, and this one is called. Now, why would you say that? Now, why would you say that? All right. So, Trump Trump cuts
Mhm.
Medicaid payments for transgender youth, hormones, puberty blockers, and surgery. He is blocking payments from Medicaid for transgender youth, hormones, puberty blockers, and surgeries. So he's coming after the transgender community basically. Um, Now why would
So
you say
wait,
that?
okay, so you're saying the statement is that Trump is cutting different healthcare benefits for those who identify as LGBTQ plus.
We just
Yes,
So are
yes.
these youth that are these youth or are they
He
adults who they're cutting these benefits for?
it's the youth. He's trying to stop them from basically
getting
being
and
able
changing.
to become a different sex. What are you thinking?
Okay, okay, so I don't want to ruffle
There's
anyone's
no
feathers.
wrong answer. This is we cause let's talk about it is literally about what you think.
And that's it. Yep.
Okay, so and us talking about it, when I was in college, I did take a gender study class.
Okay.
Um, I would say I don't agree with funding for different sex changes before a certain age. I feel
Okay.
like that type of funding should be used for counseling, used for peer mediation, type
Yeah.
of things like that. And, you know, maybe even a separate school, but just the funding to get a sex change, I feel like that is totally inappropriate. I feel like, if you have to be 21 to buy liquor, if you got to be 21 to buy cigarettes, you should be at least over 21 or on that threshold where your brain is, fully developed to really determine or really choose a different sex. I feel like you should not
Mm.
have that option. I'm sorry.
No, you're not sorry, not sorry. We gonna talk
Mhm.
about it. We talking about what you think. What do you
Yeah.
think, Najee?
Well, I totally agree. She's in my brain. 'Cause I was thinking kids are kids, they're still learning,
Hmm.
they're still developing, like she
Mhm.
said. They don't know, they might feel it, but I feel like in other words, you need to be a certain age because they don't even want you taking Tylenol at a certain age. You want to reach a certain age, can't even take Tylenol. So what are we talking about? Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
I feel the same way. Like Yes, I feel the same. I feel the same way. Like you just need. I feel like you need to be legal to make your own decisions. Sign your own papers
Mm,
and decide if this medicine is right for you.
mm,
Because at the end of the day, it's kind of gonna be the parent making the decision for the child.
mm.
And like I said, if you can't even take certain aspirin at a certain age, it's supposed to damage your liver and all that. Why do they need to be taking all this other stuff?
Horrible about
For safety reasons, that's mostly that's what it is. Just for
Yeah.
safety reasons, I don't think that. Yeah, I guess I agree with
just
that.
enough for me.
Yeah.
For me, anytime government wants to start telling us what to do with our bodies, is
Mm-hmm.
usually a slippery slope.
Mm,
And this sitting president in particular, he seems to be very drunk with power. So
oh yeah.
I would be careful to open that door for him to really start controlling what we do with our bodies. But
Mm,
given the age bracket, and that's why I think it was a little strategic how he worded this because Jasmine, your
mm,
question was very good at the beginning. You asked, okay, well, wait a minute, is this all, or are we just talking about the youth? Because that is a deciding factor for me as well. We are
mm,
essentially talking about children who are not
mm.
but legally of sound mind to make their own decisions. This
Correct.
I'm not saying that it's a phase. This that may be what they identify with, but I'm saying let's
Mm,
give it some time. Let you know nature run its course. And I mean that in the most literal
mhm,
form. Let nature run its course.
mhm,
Let people develop. Let's see, is this outside influence? The entertainment industry has changed the game dramatically. A lot of things
mhm,
are more thrown in your face now. So we don't know if this is what these kids are really feeling or if they've just been brainwashed
mhm.
from the amount of
Yeah.
shows and types of shows that they've been seeing. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm in favor of for the youth, it needs to be held off on till you are
Mhm,
sound
mhm.
mind to make an adult decision that is going to last you the rest of your
Yeah,
life.
absolutely.
What you thinking,
Absolutely.
Tiff?
Oh man, so this question, I'm actually really nervous to answer it. Actually, no,
Who
I'm not.
gonna check us, boo?
I'm
Who
not
gonna
really.
check us?
What
Let's
Yeah,
I
have
I
it.
would
really
say
am.
is that one, I don't agree with it at all. Like I don't agree with people changing their sex. I don't agree with the government tax money going to pay for other people growing new body parts or getting rid of. I don't agree with none of it, so I could care less as far as that
Go
goes. Right? But but I also like you were also saying about the whole, controlling what people do with their bodies and things of that nature. Again, if I don't have the freedom to do certain things until I become of a certain age, like to be honest, I don't even think that, even though this is not the question, but you send these young kids at 18, 17, 18, 19 years old to go to war and die for your country, but they can't get drunk whenever they feel like it. Like there's
Mhm,
certain
mhm,
things that don't line up. I think that
Mm-hmm.
this is like payback for whatever it is. You know how he just starts cutting stuff and doing this and
Yeah.
doing that.
mhm,
But should it have ever been a part of the laws? I don't even think it should have never even been there. When you get 18, you decide you want to be a woman or you want to grow a penis, go and do that on your own dime. That's
She said
it.
on your
I
own
mean,
dollar.
look, I have small
yeah,
breasts, right?
really.
I
Like I
have
said,
big
it's the
small
parents'
breasts.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Is it affirming? Is it gender affirming to say that I want triple D's out of nowhere? No, that's just something that I want.
Here you go.
That's just something I want. If you truly believe you are a woman, then you're a woman in any form you're in, right? Or vice versa, men too.
You say you can have the tip.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jasmine tickled me
You just
Yeah. Yeah, that's
because
real
I
tough,
know she packing. That's why I said she trying to
it's,
give you some.
That's what I'm saying. I got a whole bunch of
Right.
kids.
it's okay, tip sis. I see you. You see this in this sis.
Listen, they gonna get this double dip chocolate. I don't know what they talking about. They gonna get this double
Look,
dip.
on our own dime.
That's it.
Right. Right. Yep, yeah.
Listen, okay, so I used to ask you a couple more questions. She would make me laugh right before I gotta ask my questions, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna troop it through. I'm gonna troop it through. So tell me about the show. I want to talk more about the show. When are you guys thinking about launching? Because we want everybody to know so we can all tune in. Because it sounds like oodle of fun already with the challenges, and it sounds unique and different. So I think it's going to do very, very well. We definitely going to promote you on this show. We're sharing on all our social medias. But tell me, do we have an expected date? Like, what's up?
Okay, so obviously you all see that our introduction is already dropped. Um, have you dropped the
Not the mukbang yet.
okay, not the mukbang. So our next video that we're gonna upload is the mukbang. We're gonna do that this week. And next week by Wednesday, we will have our first outing and sipping on N&J.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get the mukbang out first so we can give people, like she said, she caught the reel or the short. She caught the short, so obviously, it kind of caught attention. So we're definitely gonna put that one on there because people love seafood, obviously.
Yep.
And I felt like we had a good time. We was really enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, we were.
We was getting in, and it showed us again just being real. So I'm definitely gonna put that one up first, and then, like she said, the next episode will be our official launch. We don't have a date yet because life be life, and my kids just started school, so
Yes.
we got to
I
make sure we
know.
got the right time. Nothing gets in the way, but yeah, we definitely gonna be getting that episode out, the first episode of Sipping On N&J in about
Yes.
2 weeks, hopefully. Well, we are gonna take a trip at the end of the month.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we,
Come and
Come
see you.
on. Let's
We
go.
coming to
Let's
see
go.
you. We
Oh,
coming to
oh.
see you.
I
Definitely.
think I see
Like
some content in our future. I'm seeing content.
okay,
Listen.
okay. So yeah, we have different plans in the making, but within the next 2 weeks, I'm hoping by next Wednesday.
yeah,
By next Wednesday,
yep,
we're gonna have a new episode. So stay tuned and follow us along our journey.
yeah.
We are
Yeah.
Yes.
very excited.
we on the scene.
Yep. And this is very nerve wracking. Very nerve wracking for me because we still kind of getting used of the live thing. I don't even go live on my
Yeah.
TikTok, and I'm always on TikTok. I got a lot of video on TikTok, but I never go live. So this was just a breakthrough for me, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate you guys letting us come on here and warm up.
Yes.
And I want to
Yes.
add to that. Speaking
I feel
about a
like me and
breakthrough,
Tiffany are having deja vu.
y'all have
I
a
feel
day
like
job.
me and
Okay,
Tiffany
well,
have.
that's
Do
a
you
good
hear it?
thing.
That
Do
means it's
you
gonna
hear the
happen.
deja vu?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
We were so afraid to go live. We was terrified, and that was part of the problem. We were pre-recording the episodes, and then we still had audio trouble, and we
Right.
still had this.
Yeah.
And we said, we like, you know what? We might as well be live. Let people
Yep.
Right.
into the failures as well as the triumphs. People
Yeah.
love to follow
Absolutely.
you through your journey, so we gonna
Mm.
definitely spoiler alert y'all with that part. Let them see all of it. Show them the good parts, the bad parts. You can do another take. It's y'all show. And I have a saying, who gonna
Yeah.
check me, boo? Not if I
Yep.
spotted you 1,000 pins, okay? So let them
Yes.
see the mistake.
Exactly.
Oh,
Now
we
this,
so appreciate that. We gonna take that and
yeah,
receive
for
that. Okay.
Yep.
sure.
And to go off of that, our introduction video we did was natural. It was like one take. We only
First thing.
one
See,
take. That
see,
was it. I choked up in
that's
the
what's
beginning
up.
saying my name. but,
Mm.
but I left it. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? It was just it showed me being real, and and that was just the one take. That was it. We didn't have to pre-record. I mean, we didn't pre-record, or we didn't have to redo it. Like we literally just start,
Yeah.
action, and we just went off the top of our dome. So I'm really proud of us, honestly.
Yes.
We were so happy. We was jumping down. We got down to finish. We
Yeah, we were.
finally did it.
Yeah, because like we were just looking at like realizing the timeline. We first spoke about it January 11th, 2025. We came up with a name. We were meeting and thinking about different topics. And like you said, life be life. And we transitioned as far as different jobs. I relocated, kids starting school,
Yeah.
high school. So there's different things been
Wow.
happening. So I'm happy. I'm so proud of us that we got our intro out, and it's only gonna be up from here. Like we're
Yeah.
getting our
Yes.
subscribers up, and this is just a wonderful platform just to broadcast our talents and just to give a little snippet of who we are, what we be about.
Yeah, and if I
Yes.
can add on to that, like I'm the kind of person where like I get in my head a lot, and I when people talk to me, they think I'm just so outgoing and stuff, but I'm honestly not. Like even Jazz, she'll tell you, I'll be texting her like, I'm just feeling this type of way today. I'm not feeling right. Like I'm worried or I'm stressed or something, this or that.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a lot out of me to honestly just get up and say, hey, we got to get this going. We got to get these videos out. Actually, it didn't take a lot out of me. I take that back. Like I motivated myself because
Come on.
like I said, y'all are motivation. Seeing y'all do y'all thing, Tracy. Every time on Facebook, I see your promotions and everything is beautiful. So and it's
Oh,
like it makes me realize like we ain't gonna get it unless we go get it.
Experience.
Yes.
Experience.
Oh, sis.
Man.
So
yeah,
it took a lot, but I did it. We did it. We got the introduction done. Look at us.
yeah.
We're here doing this. It's like, and we met Tiffany. We already knew you, Tracy, but we met Tiffany. We got another sister, It's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yes, and she's
Wow.
amazing. Tiffany is a
Yes,
really
Yes,
good
yes.
support system. She's so
she's
encouraging.
real. She won't do it.
And listen,
Yes.
if you ever down a dark alley, she what you want with you. I'm trying to tell you. If you're ever in the
I
dark
know that's
alley,
right.
she's a good
What she
person
say,
to have with
Chicago?
you. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
My last question for you, ladies, before we get to segment 4 is I want to talk about because you all have a unique angle that you're working, right? And you clearly
Yes.
see the correlation between having a meal and having a conversation. Tell me how
Absolutely.
you plan to use that to help our community see that we need to bring that back because we all seem to be in such a rush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell me how you're going to use
Mm.
that platform to get that message out.
Okay, so obviously sipping on N&J. Uh, the sorry, the I'm sorry, the environment that we're going to be in, like I said, we're going to be sitting down eating. We always want to have this vibe that everyone is welcome to sit at the table with us and have a conversation and not know,
Yeah.
nowadays when people eat, they're on their phone, watching TV. Not a lot of people are sitting down at the table. So just to be authentic in who we are and the messages that we have to give and different messages that we want to receive, we want to do that at the
Mhm.
table where you can be yourself.
Yes, I love that.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Beautiful.
But yeah, look, talking about mom duties, y'all. This is real.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
We love it. They gonna love y'all.
Sorry. But yeah, going off what she was saying, basically we want to not talk to just the women, but mostly the women, because like I said, I go through a lot of mental things, and like we were just talking about earlier, we don't know everything, so we can piggyback off each other, but we don't know everything, and we only can tell each other as much as we know. So why not reach out to other women and say, hey, we're here. If you want to talk, we're here. And make it a safe space for anybody to come and talk to us and give us advice on what we can do better for
Yeah.
whatever subject we're talking about or whatnot, and just touch other people and let them touch us. I
Yeah.
can read people very well. I know when I'm around something that ain't right for me. So I feel like we'll be fine with, knowing what's
Yeah.
right for us and what's not right for us.
yes.
But, just reaching other women and, of course our melanin women, uh, of course,
Yes.
because we the ones that go through the most. We're always being judged and always being
Mhm,
talked about and always people just want to hurt us sometimes and
mhm.
we don't
Yeah.
understand why. So
Yeah.
hey, come in our room, come talk to us, come sit with us, come give us a little bit of your thoughts, and we can give you ours too as well. Like I said, she's a dog mom. I don't know a lot about dogs. I only could tell her so much about Moosey and whatever. I'm a mom, she's been around kids her whole life, so I've never knocked that.
Oh,
But it's certain things that she might not know how to answer.
mhm,
So
Mhm.
we can talk to our people, when we get our girls, and our people, men are welcome to, sometimes they need to know how to talk to their woman or know how to be soft with their woman or their grandma or their
Mhm.
mama or
Mhm.
whoever,
mhm.
we might be able to touch some people in that way. And, teenagers, not kids, but teenagers too, young
Yeah.
girls, show them, hey, we can be friends. We can be family. Family ain't always
In competition with
yeah, in
one
competition. We don't do that here.
another.
It's not worth it. Come together, be strong, just like you. I mean, well,
Yeah.
both of you guys. Y'all come together and y'all made something of yourselves to show and give to the world.
Mhm,
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, you
Thank
know,
you.
we need more women like us.
right.
Honestly, we
Yeah.
do. Those are the
Absolutely.
ones that I'm the ones I want to talk to. Those are the ones I want to get to know.
Yeah.
Women like us.
Yeah.
That's why we started having guests. We wanted to show more of like, celebrities and stuff is cool and all of that. but it's the everyday people that are really going to shape our culture,
Mhm.
right? It's the everyday
Absolutely.
people. It's the moms. It's the people with big hearts. It's the dog
Mhm.
moms. It's the you all.
Yep.
We talking to people who bring something authentic to the culture that we're lacking. And you guys are
Absolutely.
talking about bringing the meals back and conversations back and family back and camaraderie
Mhm.
and bonding
Yep.
and sisterhood and all of those
Absolutely.
things our community is lacking. It's not that it's not present, it's just not enough of it. So we
Yeah.
welcome to the
Absolutely.
podcast family. We need
Yes.
more of
Yes.
these. We need more of these.
Yes.
So yes, we gonna plug y'all and plug y'all and plug y'all. Y'all
And
got
we gonna
something
do the same. We
worthy
gonna
of
do the same.
checking
We
out.
know we don't have that much going.
We gonna do the same.
We throwing all the
Listen,
blessings y'all way.
go ahead, Miss Tiff.
All right, ladies and subscribers and viewers and watchers. It's time for this segment, y'all.
Uh-oh.
It is Guess Who?
And every time we link up, we done did everything they could think of. Greatness is what we on the brink of. That I
I
can have this
do
moment for life, for life, for life.
Uh-oh, it stopped. Hold on.
Stop right there on Granny.
Let me
Right
tell you
there.
something.
Look at
Okay,
God.
so
You see
that
that? Look at God. Stop it right
look,
there on Medea.
stop it
Because we
right
have
there
to
on
talk
Medea,
it.
and that's what our trip is going to be about when we go to Illinois at the end of this month. Our great grandmother, well, it's her grandmother, my great grandmother. She will be 98 on the 29th of this month. So therefore, it is a celebration slash family reunion, and it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. So we will definitely be in Illinois to celebrate that beautiful woman y'all just paused on.
Yes.
Oh
And she
my
is the
goodness.
matriarch.
Y'all see. That's where we get our smiles from, our face
Uh-huh.
structures, everything is grandma. Her grandma is my grandmother's daughter. So it's all there. It's all
Yes,
there.
yes. And that woman right there had 15 children,
Yes,
okay?
she did.
15.
She
I
did.
don't know if it was natural. I
Yeah.
don't know, but it was 15.
She
Got
98.
them
It's
all
natural.
out.
It was natural.
It was natural.
What we can all concede that is that Medea is triple OG, OG, OG.
You
Period.
feel me?
15,
You feel
period.
me?
Man, and she will still get a switch. And so make you go get it. Don't play with her.
He do the Bible.
Oh my goodness.
Not beat you with Jesus.
You know our grandma already.
Right. Yes, she's
So,
a
ladies,
wonderful woman, and we are so happy to go to Illinois to celebrate her.
For sure.
And you already know while we in Illinois, the turnip is gonna be real.
and I know it is. I know it is.
You know it is. That's hometown. It's definitely gonna be lit.
Wait,
So, ladies, I know that
No,
Tracy.
Tiffany's in Georgia.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I know I'm in Georgia, but
Oh,
I
you like
mean,
Georgia.
yeah, I'm just slide
She's a
on
peach.
down.
Yeah, she's a Sunny Peach.
She's a peach.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, she's a peach.
Okay.
So, ladies, I want everybody. So, we talked about y'all YouTube. I want you guys to let everybody that's watching know where we can find you. We want to know about your YouTube. We want to know about the Facebook. We want to know about TikTok, every Instagram, everything. Let us know where we can find you. And then once this is over, make sure you get into the comments and put down every single one of the ones that you mentioned. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. On all platforms, it's Sippin On N&J. Sippin On N&J. Podcast. Sippin On N&J podcast. Look it up. We on all platforms. Facebook.
Yeah.
You want me to get my personal?
Oh, that's what you want. She was asking. She said,
Oh no, this sipping on
Oh,
this sipping on N&J. We'll do personals later.
Yep.
okay. All right. All right. All
So
right,
yeah, sipping on
ladies.
N&J podcast on all platforms. Search us, look for us, follow us, come along for our food journeys, and also come with a cup.
and our soul talk.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I love that. When I
We
tell
even made, we
y'all,
even made notes, you guys. And we just still was talking off the dome. It takes too long to look down.
you came prepared. That's good.
Yes, we good. We talked about it. We
Yes,
talked about it. Yeah. I don't know if y'all caught, but I kept saying me and Jazz just talked about it because we really was just,
yeah, y'all plug. That's like, come on, plug. She gave us the
Yes,
plug.
yeah. I'm glad that we were still able to do this interview. Apologies in the beginning for the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
When I was trying to move my computer desk to get this great backdrop, the computer fell. So my computer is broken.
No.
My computer
Oh,
screen is broken right now. So we're doing this live off my phone. So, just with the interview, it definitely got me out of my feelings of my computer just breaking.
Oh.
But,
oh, and
yeah, I'm
that's
so
why
glad
at
we
the
did it.
beginning you said not that great, and I was so scared to follow up that question because I was like,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah, no. That's why I was like, let me.
And I told her I had to check her energy before we started to make sure that she was in the right headspace because
exactly.
that's first
Oh.
and foremost, And,
That's
and,
work.
and,
That's money. My computer, I do
Yeah.
everything on
Yeah.
it. Everything.
and I was right there and could have called it, so I'm beating myself up about it. I'm like, like it just happens
Oh.
so fast. So,
Mhm.
I am so sorry that occurred. I really am.
Oh,
yeah,
we appreciate it, but this live and this interview, this episode, this podcast, it cheered us up.
yes.
It cheered me up. I know when I turn the camera off and be all upset again, but in this moment, I am wonderful. We are doing a
Let it
wonderful job.
real, Lala. Y'all get the real with them. Do y'all see? Y'all not gonna get no propaganda. Y'all gonna get real Naj and real Jazz. Okay.
Okay.
We can't help it. We just Tiffany. We just can't help it.
Yes,
Like it's just natural. It just rolls off the tongue, literally.
that's
That's
it.
it.
That's it.
But ladies, it has been such a joy having y'all on this show. We are definitely gonna have y'all back on here. I already got some ideas and stuff tingling in my head. So it's been
Here
a
for
pleasure.
Yes, I am here for. We would love to be back on y'all show just to give y'all update.
And then y'all can join our podcast too, because we're gonna have
You
time
think
for
we
y'all
won't?
too, and
Yeah.
we can talk to when we start getting subscribers and stuff, people can talk to us face to face. So
When you hop on our live, you need to hop on with a plate in front of you, okay? Because we're gonna be eating together.
Gotcha.
I was just
That,
gonna
that's
say,
gonna be,
y'all see this hip game. Y'all know I like to eat. Y'all
yes,
think I ain't coming too. I'm coming too.
I already know, sis.
yeah, right, right. Okay, I'm coming through too. You're right.
Your game's played.
Triple D's in the trees, okay?
You know she my friend. She know all my little catchphrases and all my little stuff.
It's okay, Tiff. We still here.
Yeah, we here.
We still here, sis. We still here.
All right, ladies. We have enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And like I said, y'all coming back. Y'all coming back. All right. And we're gonna talk to
We
y'all
would love to come back.
Love and light,
soon.
ladies.
Have a
Thank
good night.
We
you.
love you guys.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Put your social in the comments for everybody.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Sure.
Woohoo! All right, sis.
Another good one. Another good one. We have been on the road. We've had some amazing guests. This was bananas.
It is. It is. And sis, we going almost an hour and a half. This is probably the longest one, so I do not, cut nothing short because this definitely felt really good. But tell everybody where we can find you, sis.
Tracy Janelle on everything. Facebook daily, and then Tracy Janelle, the CEO, on TikTok and Instagram. And that is Tracy with 2 E's, no Y, no IE, none of that jazz.
There we go. All right. And do you have anything up and coming? Let me not skip over that because I know you always got something going. Maybe you got a break. I
Real
don't
quick,
know.
only thing I want to plug because we are a little over today, but I don't care. They was thebomb.com. I do want to plug Tracy Cares. Y'all know how I'm about my nonprofit. If I don't plug nothing else, I got to talk about that. Tracy Cares is having its mobile back to school supply drive. The supply drop off list is filling up fast. It will be closing this Friday. I am servicing the Chicagoland area. That does include Aurora and all things in between. Call us. Let me pull up on you and bring the supplies to you. That is what my nonprofit is centered in. We are getting the donations from the donators to the people that ask the most. That's what we do. We pull up. So we will be pulling up August 21st. And yeah, call us by Friday and we will get your kids on the list and bring the supplies to you.
There we go, sis. I love that. I love it so much. And you stay consistent with all of your outreach and your your Tracy Cares Foundation. I love it. I love it so much.
Thank you, sister.
Yes, it makes me so proud.
And you please wish all the kids a wonderful school year from me. Tell them do big things, learn a whole bunch, and just be happy. Enjoy the journey.
Oh man, I sure will. And then I'll say, I ain't got too many. I like I said, I don't have too much going on right now that I'm about to shout out. But when it comes, I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all gonna be first ones to know. But as for now, y'all can always catch me on my personal life on Who Is Tiffany Noel on Instagram, Tiffany Noel Providence on Facebook, Tiffany Noel on everything else. So I would love come and say hi, come and talk, message me, DM me. I talk back. And yeah, I want you all
send us more hood tales from work. Send us those letters.
Please do. And we do have an email, cause let's talk about it at gmail.com. Send in your stories if you'd like to do that as well. And we'd love to hear you. All right. So as usual, y'all, we're gonna talk about it. It's called Cause Let's Talk About It. Cause if we don't, who will, y'all? Who will? Right.
Bye.
Good night. Have a good one.